My name is Asosa, and welcome to a plethora of thoughts content series. So today's question is, why do you think your value is dependent on how much work you got done today? I think because we live in a capitalist society, our minds have been wired to equate our value as human beings to how much work we put into completing our tasks or to achieving our goals, which, in my opinion, is not supposed to be. Now, most of us have a misguided idea of what consistency means. Consistency is not, for example, taking 10 steps every single day. Consistency is taking one step today, taking five tomorrow, taking two the day after, resting the following day, taking nine the day after again. That is consistency, putting in as much effort as you can afford every single day. I know some of you will say, oh, but that doesn't apply to the corporate world. Well, it does, as long as you know how to stand your ground. I remember sometimes back at my previous company when I was given too much work to do and I could not bear it. My mental health was literally on the line and I felt like I was drowning. I got to a breaking point where I called my CEO and said, Sir, I don't think I can do this. I don't mind resigning, but I cannot do this anymore. And eventually, I got the assistance I needed to carry off the burden of so much work that I had on my shoulder. Now, if I had stayed quiet, I would have not gotten the assistance or the help that I needed. And if I had not prioritized myself at that point, no help would have come because the company would have thought, oh, she's not complaining, she can handle it. Meanwhile, they had the resources to offer help, but they were not going to go out of their way to offer me that help until I was ready to prioritize myself and speak out. So, like I said, your value is not dependent on how much work you push out. Your value is dependent on how much you value yourself and your mental health and knowing when to say, all right, this is enough. I need to take out time to care for myself and my mental health. Which reminds me of another incident. I remember being sick and admitted and on drip because of the year-long work calendar stress. And while in the hospital and on drip, I was still working, responding to emails. And eventually a colleague called me and said, Madam, if you die today, this company will move forward. The world will move on. So you better prioritize yourself and take care of yourself. And when you're better, you can come back. And then the reality and truth of this dawned on me. Immediately, I sent an email to my management, copied HR, and then I set my email to have an automated response so that anybody who reaches out to me will see that I am not available for the next couple of days because I'm taking out time for personal reasons. And if they need assistance, they should reach out to the available or the provided contacts that I had in the automated response. Rest assured, management did not accept it without raising questions, but I had to send evidence of the fact that I was in the hospital and I was on drip. I do not have to work at the detriment of my life or my health before you recognize that I need a break. And I also do not have to work to a breaking point before I prove my loyalty or my value to the company. Which is why I encourage a lot of people to have a work-life balance and to be aware of when they are reaching the extreme. Now, how I maintain my work-life balance and making sure I have time for myself is making a list of all the things I'm supposed to do in a day and not forgetting to impute break times between the task that I'm supposed to carry out. I also have it at the back of my mind that I necessarily do not have to complete all the tasks that I have written down, but I have to do my best to complete the ones that I can. And during my break times, I make sure I think of nothing related to work, or even if I remember something that I'm supposed to include in my work, I jot it down and I make sure that I complete my personal time. And as a creative, things I do in my personal time, which you can't do, is, for example, watch anime or watch a movie or read a novel. Recently, I have taken a break on watching animes or movies, and now I'm reading mangas. They are like Japanese comic books, and the one that I'm currently reading is called Berserk. But yeah, if these things I mentioned are not your go-to things, find the things that you know you love doing, because at the end of the day, you only have one life to live, and it would be a shame spending all your life being a robot and not actually enjoying the things that you love. So no matter how much percentage of consistency you put in a day, go out and buy that ice cream, buy that food, buy that chicken, eat that rice, drink that cold water, take that run, go on that walk, respond to that DM, start that series, do what you love, because at the end of the day, you should be living and not just existing. And before I go, I will say this: your value as a human being is not dependent on how much hard work you put in each day. Be consistent, give yourself a break, and remember, your mental health and your physical health is most important than anything else. In the next video, I remain Esosa. Bye for now.